Captain Hoff here with the Founder Space Learning Series, and today I want to talk about coming up with great startup ideas. Is it a good idea to sit around and think of the next big startup idea? Actually, it's not. That is not the best way to come up with great ideas. The reason is because you're sort of faking it. You're like, what would be a huge idea that would change the world? And you start thinking of these ideas, and then you come across one that sounds plausible, like you could make it, but in fact, it's just fantasy because it just sounds great. You have no proof that it works, and usually it doesn't. So you're kind of wasting your time. The really, really good ideas, the ideas that really transform the world, actually usually start off pretty small. They're like a problem, like you're immersed in technology. You love technology. You have to really understand it. If you're going to use technology as the clay in which you mold your ideas out of, then you have to live and breathe it. So you're immersed in it. You're trying different things. You're playing with different things. You're running into problems. And when you run into problems, you think of, if I just fix that thing, that would be really, really useful to me. The best ideas come right there. I would just love it if somebody would do that, build that. You can look at it and you could see, like YouTube, the fundamental thing that made YouTube so great at the beginning and spread like crazy was the fact that people had trouble getting their videos that they were shooting online. And YouTube made it beautifully easy. Beautifully easy to take a video, upload it, share it with your friends, embed it in your website, and before you knew it, they became the repository for the world's videos. Dropbox, simple idea. Do you have to run around with a USB key and be transferring files all the time? Or could we just save them in the cloud and everybody could share them with a click of the mouse or tap of the finger? That was the essence, solving that simple problem. So when you're thinking of an idea, don't kind of get together with your partners and start brainstorming. Wouldn't it be cool if we did this and did that? Actually get your hands dirty. What you need to do is you need to stay on the cutting edge of technology, because most of the ideas come out of like that line that is continually progressing, pushing the boundaries of technology further and further. And if you're right on that line and using that technology and then playing with it, and then you see problems that you could solve using it, that's where big opportunities happen. They happen, we've seen it with the mobile explosion. The first app makers, you could make something pretty basic and get a heck of a lot of traction on it just because you were first. You were pushing that envelope and you were playing around. And we saw a lot of these early apps that were, pretty crappy, that got millions and millions of downloads and made the creators millions of dollars. Those are good ideas because they were the right ideas at the right time. So when you're kind of like you want to come up with an idea, think about it in terms of, if I built the crappiest app possible, but it did this one thing, would users love it? Would users, they want a solution to this so badly, would they use it? So that is kind of the litmus test. If you yourself, you can't find anything else that will do what you want to do, and if you built even a crappy version, you'd be thankful for having it, and you'd be like, oh, this is great. If you feel that way and other people would feel that way, you're on to something big. Because the ideas that go, you don't want an idea that a lot of people think, oh, that's a nice idea. Hey, that's pretty good. That's not good enough. You want an idea that a few people are just crazy about. They're like, give me that, I can't wait, come on, give me the next version, give me a better version now. Okay, thank you so much. And even if it's really rough and crude and whatever, they're using it and they're thankful that you have the solution. If you can do that in any industry, using any technology, you're on to something that potentially could be big. Will it be a huge market? Will it only appeal to a few fanatics? Well, you can, after you kind of fool with it, you'll see. Like, originally Facebook was just something for Harvard students. Nobody knew it would change the world, and I doubt even Zuckerberg knew that. He probably thought this would just be a really cool thing so that, you could check out girls and they can check you out and you can follow them and stalk them or whatever you want to do. You can make all those connections at college. And that's what Facebook was. He wasn't like doing more than that. He was doing that, and he did that really well. And then it opened up the big vista. Oh, this could be so much more, so much bigger. So you look at a lot of the founders, and that's what they were doing. Like the early computers, those guys were just fooling around. Early computers, like, Steve Jobs and Wozniak and stuff, they were just having fun. They loved computers. They're like, can we make this? Can we make it better? Will people buy it? Oh, we'd love to have this. We're going to build it just the way we want it. The original Apple. And they were, these guys were considered hobbyists. So if you want to come up with the big ideas that are going to change the world, think of yourself as a hobbyist. You love this stuff. You love the technology. You love problem solving. You're going to try a lot of different stuff, and you're going to go where your gut takes you. You're going to be like, oh, that's really fun. I'm totally into this. People are going to love it. I can't wait to build it for myself and other people, see what they do with it. And then that usually expands from there. And out of that can come the biggest ideas that change everything. So that's my advice on brainstorming on big ideas for startups.